Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Tackle Tip Tuesdays. And on today's topic, we're going to be going over something I feel I should go over. A lot of y'all probably already do this, and a lot of y'all might not. I know when I first started fishing a few years ago, I didn't do this, and it could have saved me a lot of money in the long run if I would have done this. But, you know, as a old saying goes, sometimes you gotta learn the hard way. Unfortunately, I learned the hard way on this. But luckily, I learned from my mistakes, and I've improved from it, and it's helped me save a lot of money in the long run. So pretty much what you're going to be seeing down here is a bunch of lures laying out, right? Well, this right here is every lure that I've used over the weekend, pretty much, to a point. And pretty much all I'm doing is I let them lay out overnight and air dry. And pretty much all I'm doing is letting any type of water liquid that would be anywhere on them lures pretty much evaporate. And that will cause your hooks and your split rings to not get that corrosion on them and ultimately rust. And cause you to have to either do one or two things. Replace the hooks and the O-rings, or just toss the lure out completely and have to go buy all new again. And anybody that knows, like I am, you don't have to go out and waste, money on the same stuff again. We can do one simple little thing, like this, and let them lay out and air dry. But there's also other things you can do that would help prevent, your hard baits, your hooks, such, from ultimately rusting and getting that corrosion on them. And that's getting good, decent boxes. Good, decent tackle boxes to store your baits in. And I have a little lineup here of some boxes that I use that I'd like to show you guys. And kind of give you guys a hint on, what you can do to also help prevent, this from happening. Pretty much, you can see the little collection I got going on here. I'm going to start out with a simple, most basic one. A lot of y'all probably see this at Walmart. They run you probably about $8 to $10, depending on the size you got. And these are the Flambeau Zerust boxes. And pretty much, they're some kind of formula they made the boxes out of that ultimately help your hooks, hard baits, split rings, whatever, from getting any kind of rust on them. I've been running these boxes now for, I don't know, close to a year now. And I've got to say, they literally hold up. Like, since I've used these boxes, none of my hard baits, any type of hook whatsoever, has gotten rust on them. And I've even messed up a few times and put lures right back into the box and them still be wet, fresh out of the water. And go back 2 or 3 days later or a week later and no sign of rust. So these boxes definitely hold up to their name, and they're definitely worth the value. Definitely check them out. Walmart sells them. Probably any tackle shop sells them online. Definitely worth looking into. Another good box when you want to kind of upgrade a little more from just that I like using a lot. This is my jerkbait box right here. This is the Plano, I think 3700. You can see here it's got a lockdown hasp here, here, and here. Now, what makes this box so special is when them are clamped down, it's airtight. You can see right here in that lid, there's a rubberized gasket that goes all around the lid. And that will prevent any form of water from entering inside of this box, as long as it's closed now, to help prevent your hooks, your split rings, whatever you have in it, from ultimately, getting rust, getting damage, and having to, change it out, throw it away, and buy new. These are some great boxes right here to have, where it's got that O-ring in it there. Another great box that I use a lot is my 2 Bass Mafia boxes. I got the Googan Squad Bass Mafia, and then the Bass Mafia Terminal Coffin. This right here is my Jig Box. It's got, a couple good little latches there on it to hold it nice and tight. And the same as the Plano Edge box. Once again, you see we got that rubberized gasket. Forms all the way around that lid, keeping a nice airtight sealed compartment in there. That way your jigs, whatever you might store in it, won't have any rust on them whatsoever. I think, maybe put a few in here wet, and luckily they not and got rusty. But the ultimate goal of that is to keep any water from leaking in. You can be out there bank fishing on the kayak as me, on your boat, be raining, downpouring, guys. And as long as you got this lid closed, your baits will not get wet. I promise you that. And another cool thing about these Bass Mafia boxes that I actually learned here recently from a friend of mine. If you was to drop it in the lake, off your kayak, off the boat, off the side of the bank while you're bank fishing, don't worry. They're not going to sink. Trust me, they won't. We literally tested that theory with the terminal coffin I have here. You can see here, I mean, I got it loaded down. Tungstens, more tungstens, you know, EWGs, worm weights, Neds, whatever. But your basic terminal here. And he was literally showing me. He picked it up and said, watch. Dropped it. It never even tried once to go under. It sat right on top of the water and floated. And once again, like the other one, it's got that nice rubberized gasket going all the way around the lid, ultimately creating an airtight seal. And even with it setting in the lake, no water whatsoever got inside that box. These run you a little more, depending. These run you about 50 bucks. I think those run you about 30 bucks. They're definitely a good investment. And they're a good box that I've recently discovered, have been using here lately, are these two Spro boxes. They're kind of on the same line as the Plano box, but a tad bit cheaper. I think the Plano box run you 20 to maybe 25. Quote me if I'm wrong, depending on where you get it from. When these two Spro boxes here run you 15 bucks a piece. Once again, you can see you got that nice little gasket there, airtight seal. It's my swim bait box, so it really don't matter, but you know, I do have a few glide baits in there and bull shads, whatnot. You know, it has hooks, and ultimately I don't want them to get rusted. And sometime on some of my swim baits, when I got my little underspins, I'll just leave them on there, and I don't want them hooks or them swivels or them them things. Lost train of thought there, guys, sorry. You know, getting rusty and having to replace or throw away. This one right here, I've been trying it out. Straight up crankbait box. You can see there, once again, that gasket creating an airtight seal. No water gets in, and ultimately helps cause any of your hooks, your split rings, whatever, not to get any rust on them. And these are pretty waterproof boxes too. I'm pretty sure I've been out in the rain since I've had these boxes, and I'm pretty sure they don't leak. Now, as far as floatability, I don't know. I've not tested it yet. Once I test it, I'll let you guys know if these float or not. Hopefully they do. If not, hopefully I can grab it quick enough. But I will 100% guarantee you that the Bass Mafia boxes do float. So yeah, like I said, I just thought this was something that maybe needed to be gone over from some of you more beginner fishermen, even some of you more advanced, been in it for a while, just ain't never done this and couldn't figure out why your stuff was rusting. Like I said, it's a simple mistake, honest mistake. I done it when I first started out fishing, and luckily I learned from it. But yeah, and before I forget it, I actually ain't got the box yet. Plano, a lot of y'all probably already know about the box, or probably already has the box. Plano came out with a new box called the Plano Edge. It has an air wick system in it that sits down inside of the box, hooks down in where one of the little slots would go, and it's supposed to be some kind of thing that absorbs moisture in it. You can supposedly put terminal up wet, hard baits wet, and that air wick system will ultimately absorb that water and I guess evaporate it, does something. And it supposedly helps, you know, your lures from rusting. Even if it does, I'm old school and set in my ways. There's just something about, I love to lay my lures out, let them just lay there on the table, air dry overnight. If it's real cold out, you can turn a fan on maybe, have a fan, you know, blowing. In the summertime, you really don't need that. The heat's gonna, you know, straight dry them. So yeah, but I hope this video was informative. If so, please hit that like up button. You guys have any kind of topic or technique or anything you guys would like for me to go over on a later on down the road Tackle Tip Tuesday video, please feel free to comment on the channel or hit me up on Facebook, Instagram, whichever. And I'll be more than glad to post a video helping you trying to figure out whatever it is you might be wanting to learn or figure out. So yeah. But like always, please be sure to go hit that like and subscribe button. Help this channel grow. Make it go from a dream to a reality. And I don't say this enough, but for everybody that does watch my channel and is subscribed to my channel. Thank y'all very much. You really don't know how much it means. I didn't think this would go as far as it is. I'm no big time deal on there now, but I think last I checked, I was sitting on 40 some subscribers, I believe. Most of my videos are hitting 30 plus views, so it's definitely something I didn't see happening this soon. So for each and every one of you that do take the time out of your day to view my videos and like them and comment on them, thank y'all very much. And until next time, guys, tight lines.